friends. I'm so glad to be here with you today. We're starting something new for this school year at our church. I'm Miss Addie, if you haven't met me. I lead the kids ministry at our church, The Vine, and I'm really excited you're here with me today. So, I'm starting this new thing called Kids Midweek Devotional, and we're going to talk about stories. Um, you can watch these videos at any time. You can watch them as many times as you want and talk about them with your mom and your dad or whoever is taking care of you. Um, and this is just so, as a church, we can grow in our understanding of the Bible, and parents, so that you can help be supported in helping your children and yourselves learn about the Bible. So, we're going to start in a little series I call Jesus the Storyteller, and we're going to talk about stories. Do you like stories? Whether in books, TV, or simply telling a story, we hear them all the time. Have you ever told your mom about something cool that happened when you were at the park? That's a story. Have you ever watched a Netflix show? That's a story too. Have you ever read a book? That's totally a story. Pause here and share with your adult or your big sister or brother, what is your favorite story? Okay, so God gave us a really great book of stories called the Bible. And in the Bible, we get to hear all about how God works in the lives of people. And even grown-ups have been learning the same thing. During Jesus' time, he told a lot of stories, and we call those parables. A parable is simply a story that shows something. So it helps our minds understand something that is difficult to understand by putting it in ways that we can imagine or see, or just so that we understand. Frequently in the Gospels, Jesus is talking about heaven. And none of us have ever been to heaven. So usually he's telling stories using things that are here to help us understand something that we can't see. So we're going to talk more about these parables over the next few weeks. So today, we're not going to talk about a parable, but we are going to talk about a story. And this is a fun story. You won't be able to find it in your Bible, but I bet you've heard this story before. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. Hi, Goldilocks. She lived in a cabin in the woods with her mommy and daddy. One day, Goldilocks went for a walk in the woods by herself. She probably wasn't listening to mom and dad. She came across another house and was so tired and hungry by this time that she peeked in the windows, didn't see anyone there, and just went in. She came to the kitchen and she was so hungry, and she saw 3 bowls of porridge or oatmeal on the table. She helped herself. She tasted the first bowl and it was too hot. She tasted the second bowl and it was too cold. Then she noticed the third bowl and she tasted it and it was just right. Now that her tummy was full, she went into the living room and saw 3 chairs. She sat in the first one, but sunk down because it was too big. She tried the second one and was squished because it was too small. Then she noticed a third chair, and she sat in it, and it was just right. But when she sat in it, she broke it to pieces. By this time, Goldilocks was really tired. So she went upstairs and found a bedroom with 3 beds. Oh, good, Goldilocks said. She got in the first bed and she was so tired, but it was too soft. Then she tried the next bed and it was too hard. Barely able to keep her eyes open, she saw the last bed and laid in it and fell asleep because it was just right. Meanwhile, the owners of the cabin came home. They had left because their porridge needed to cool, so they went for a walk. There was Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. When they sat down to eat their porridge, they noticed something was different. Papa Bear's porridge had been touched and eaten, as had Mama Bear's. Then Baby Bear said, "Papa, my porridge is all gone." Then they went to the living room and noticed their chairs were different. Someone had sat in Mama and Papa's chairs. Then Baby Bear said, "Papa, Mama, my chair is broken." Then they went upstairs to their bedroom, and they were very worried. They noticed their beds were different. Someone had lain in them. Then Baby Bear said, "Papa, Mama, the girl that ate my porridge and broke my chair is right there." At that, Goldilocks was so scared. She woke up and she was so scared and embarrassed that she jumped out of bed, ran down the stairs, over the broken chair, past the empty porridge bowls, and out away from the cabin, never to see the three bears again. That was a fun story. Thanks so much for listening to that. I love this story. Isn't this doll neat? This was mine when I was a little girl, and my mom let me have it when I had my own children. You might be wondering about this story. Goldilocks was kind of mean. She walked into their house and took their things and pretended it was hers. I wouldn't like if someone did that to me. Have you ever been like Goldilocks? Have you ever been like the bears, where it sort of feels like someone takes your stuff? These types of stories are fun because you kind of learn something from them. The moral of the story of Goldilocks is usually ask before you take something. Have kindness and manners. Be respectful of others' things, right, Goldilocks? I bet she knows that now. Jesus tells these kinds of stories all through the Bible, and that's what we're going to read over the next few weeks to help us understand things that might be kind of hard. You might like the coloring page that I've linked in this video, and I would love to hear if you end up telling this story to anyone around you, like mom and dad, or big brother, big sister, or little brother, little sister. And I'm looking forward to talking with you every week about the stories that Jesus tells in the Bible. If you'd like, I'd love for you to comment and tell me, moms and dads, how you like these videos and what we can do differently or what we can keep the same. Until then, I'm really looking forward to seeing you at church whenever you're ready to visit and join us. And I'm praying for you, and I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.